What's up guys, it's Shauna aka Mrs. Wealthy Wallet coming to you for another week. Sorry about the hair. I'll do something different next week. Anyway, this week I have another question for you out of the book, so stay tuned. What's up guys, thank you for coming back for another week. This week I do have another question for you all. It's actually a two-parter. So part one of the question is kind of stemming off of last week's, but a little different. What would you do if you no longer needed to work for money? If everything was taken care of, what would you do? Would you sleep more? Would you exercise? Would you spend more time with family? Spend more time with kids? Would you travel? What exactly would you do if you didn't have to work for money and everything was pretty much taken care of? I think I'd still work, to tell you the truth. And I would work on my passion projects. So you all know that I started my planner business last week. I would go full time with that whole hog and just go for it, because it would be an opportunity to just do something I loved. I would also work out, which I do now, and I would spend more time visiting my family. So those are like the three major things that I would do if I had no bills, nothing owed to anybody or anything like that. Want to know what you guys would do? Leave the comments below and let me know. Part two to that question is, why aren't you doing that right now? If money was no object and you could do anything, why aren't you doing that right now? What's stopping you? Is it debt? Is it I don't have time? Is it you're too tired? What exactly is stopping you? And really think about what's stopping you. Now, for the longest time, I've had issues with this house and productivity. So I've tried stuff, I stopped. I tried stuff, I stopped, because I just lacked the motivation for it. And that's what it came down to, plain and simple. So in order to keep me going, I actually have like a daily productivity list. Little bubbles on it so I can bubble in each day to say, hey, I've done this. And the bubbles are the actual motivation to get me to do things. So I previously felt like, oh, I just got home from work, I'm too tired, I can't do this, I can't do that. So I've taken my daily tasks and broken them down enough so it's just like, okay, I got home, before I take off these shoes and everything, load the dishwasher. Before I take off my shoes and everything, go ahead and empty out the sink, you know, things like that. So it went from me not having the time to do it to me making time to do it. Exercise. I don't know if I told you all, but I now get up at 4:30 in the morning. My normal wake up time is 5:15. So I get up at 4:30, put on my shoes, let the dog out, and exercise. And then lay on the floor. But my thing was, I didn't have time. So I did work out at work sometimes in order to make up for that time. So I would take, instead of a lunch hour, I would actually work out. But there would be days that I would have overlap of, all right, this is the time that I usually work out, but I'm in a meeting at this time, and once that meeting is over, I'm exhausted and I don't feel like going to the gym. So I made time for it. The shop, my store, I have been procrastinating for about 4 years maybe on doing something, you know, just anything creative. I had the shop, I opened it, I sold the product like years ago, put it on vacation and just left it and did not look back. So this time I'm just like, well, fail or win, I'm going in. And I just made time. I just took a weekend and went in and created some stuff, put it in the shop, and every week I have a goal on that productivity list saying you need to do this or this or this to move toward being more productive in that shop, getting it more exposure, you know, all that kind of stuff. So if you don't have time, really look at your day. Really look at it, because I spend from 5:15 in the morning until 6 o'clock at night getting ready, going to work, and commuting home to and from work till 6 o'clock. I get home, I don't feel like doing anything, truthfully. I don't feel like doing anything, but I make myself do it. And then I have a set bedtime of 9:30, guys. So between 6 and 9, I have to squeeze everything in. But you can do it in 30 minutes, you can do it in 10 minutes, you know, just anything. If you want to like spend more time with family, pick up the phone, make time to call them and talk to them. If you want to travel, look at your budget and see what you can cut in order to start saving some money towards travel. For people, somebody put it on Instagram the other day, and I really thought about this. You know, if you work in downtown, or if you work in a major urban area, most lunches are like $10. Think about that. That's $10 a day, 5 days a week, $50 a week in lunches. Multiply that times what? 4, $200 a month in lunches. Now you save that up, and over 3 months you may have nothing to go on a trip. I mean, seriously, guys, it might be your plane ticket, it might be your plane ticket in a hotel, maybe your rental car. There are ways to make stuff happen. So what would you do if money was no object? And why can't you do it now? Really think about that. Until next time, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. And remember, the best type of wallet to have is always going to be a wealthy one. Peace.